Hello everybody, I'm SnipingIsFun, and in this somewhat short video I'm basically going to be showing you guys today. It's a video of a few different topics, nothing too major. That will pretty much be my next video or so, but this is just going to be a small little update video. I'm going to be talking about me finally reaching, it was like 2 weeks ago or so. I really didn't pay much attention to it. I have been paying attention to it, but I haven't been enough to be like, wanting to do a video for it. But then I thought maybe I should just announce that I did do it in the video, that I finally, like a couple weeks ago, finally reached over 300 subscribers. A few updates on games I got, and my thoughts on Zelda Skyward Sword, and all this rise up, the GameStop's not having minute like releases in some places. Basically the hate it's getting, people want, like how people are talking about being Game of the Year, people not saying it should not be Game of the Year, blah 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 blah, just general, Skyward Sword thoughts. It's just going to be a small video of 3 different small little topics. But I will start off with the fact that, yes, a couple weeks ago I did finally reach over 300 subscribers. Since I started back here in November of 2006, within about 5 years, I've reached over 300 subscribers, and for me, I think that is quite an accomplishment. Thanks to all the people who subscribed to me throughout the years, thanks to all the people who've been watching my videos throughout the years, and if you've recently just come into my videos the last year or 2 or so, maybe go back and check my old videos. Just to let you know, it's not like the videos I do now. Back then I did stupid little things like little slideshows and music videos and stuff like that. And back then was also when I was really doing my wrestling storylines as well. I mean, I occasionally do it now, and I will get hopefully back up to doing that more so often, especially in 2012. But back then was when it was a major focus of my wrestling storylines. But if you want, you can go back and check all that all you want. I did anime stuff back then, which I need to get back and doing that tue. Like King or Queen of Anime manga tournament I made. I need to get back into that one day. I did wrestling related stuff. I did game related stuff. I did different stuff. I did even stupid little videos like when I started off too. But if you want to, I would recommend it. Go back and check and see where I started to where I am now, to see how much I actually have improved, especially in me talking. Because when I first started on YouTube, I didn't talk, and then I started talking on YouTube. And when I first started, you could clearly tell I was nervous and everything. And now you could really see how much I improved. I mean, I didn't improve a whole lot. I'm not trying to make myself sound like I actually improved a whole lot over the years, but I have improved quite a bit. But if you are willing to go back and check out my old videos, go do so. But like I said, over these 5 years, I'm about to reach my 5th 5-year anniversary. I think it's 5 years. Yeah, 5-year anniversary in November on YouTube, in the same month that Zelda gets this new game that was just randomly tossed out there. Doesn't mean anything, but back then, thank you for anybody who subscribed to me that are friends with me on YouTube, that have watched my videos throughout the years, or maybe only started watching my videos within the recent few years. I thank all of you, and one day I'll hopefully finally get into 400 and so on and so forth, and maybe I'll reach there one day. I don't know, but thank you guys. And on to my next topic was a few games over the last, I would say, couple of weeks that I picked up like 5 new games. Well, they're not. Well, some of them are new, but one of them is an older game. And I'll start with that one. An older Super Nintendo game that I was able to pick up at Hot Hits for $10, and that is Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo, which, in my opinion, is one of the better Batman games. Batman has never had all that great of games besides this. Batman Brave and the Bold, DS and Wii, the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City games and stuff like that. But he has had quite a few good games over the years, and this is one of them. It's based off the movie with the Penguin and Catwoman and all that stuff. It's a beat 'em up, in essence. It's kind of like Final Fight, Streets of Rage, stuff like that. It's basically like a beat-em-up game. You just go through levels, you walk from left to right, beat up the enemies, and usually there's a boss at the end of each stage. And there also is like our driving stage as well. I've never been able to beat this game because this is another game that's in my Super Nintendo collection now that I used to own way back when I had my first 2 Super Nintendos, and I got rid of it. But I picked it up at Hot Hits for $10. I was going there to pick up Aladdin, but they didn't have it. But I've never been able to beat this game. Way back, like before I ever sold it, I basically made it to the last stage when you faced a penguin and all that stuff, and I got my butt kicked. I had like no continues or like my life, like stuff like that. And it is a pretty challenging game. There's different. You can set up the difficulty you want. There's easy, normal, hard. You can set up how many continues you want, how many lives you want, and I recommend anyone who probably has a Super Nintendo and is a fan of Batman games, maybe go check this game out. I'm sure you would like it, especially if you like stuff like Final Fight and whatnot, because it's basically kind of like that. Now on to a 3DS game that I got a few weeks ago because I had a gift card for Best Buy for a $20 gift card, so basically it's half off the game. And this is one of those games that way back when I was buying those games for half off, pretty much, when they had them at Best Buy, wasn't there because we went online and we got a gift card from them because we put in a complaint for that. It is Dead or Alive Dimensions. A good fighting game. I'm not a big Dead or Alive fan. I like the series, but I wouldn't necessarily call me a fan, but I have played 1 or 2 of these games before. Namely, I think I played 3 on the Xbox. I think I might have played another one. I'm not fully sure. I might have played like the demos they had like at stores or so, like 4. And it's a pretty fun series. And if anyone has this game and has their 3DS connected to the internet, maybe one day we could play online. Wii game that me and my mom put into layaway. Okay. Is one of the Nintendo Select games, Mario Strikers Charged, which I rented back when the game first came out, like what, 2007? Yeah, 2007. I rented this when it first came out around that time, which was when I got the Wii anyways. And now I kind of have it again. I haven't played it yet, but when I'm done playing a few different games up here on the Wii upstairs, right now I'm playing Punch-Out! I'm on Mr. Sandman, and he's hard. I beat him way back when I rented the game. On my other file, I had my white Wii downstairs, but I started over up here. But that took me forever to be in back then. But Mario Strikers Charge will be one of the games to go on to one day. And 2 3DS games we had in layaway as well. Pilot Wings Resort. Haven't played it yet, but I will soon. And then Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, which I just started playing today. I'm still in the Deku Tree. I didn't play for a whole lot of time, but I'll get back into that and beat that and continue onward and whatnot. Want to play this game again? I still have the 64 version, but I haven't played like Ocarina of Time in a while. So yeah, that's about that. So those are my 5 new game pickups. I don't know. Actually, there might have been some more games that I might have got recently that I haven't shown you, but I doubt it. But I'm saying, if I ever remember that I might have gotten their game and I didn't show you, I'll let you guys know about that. But as of now, those are the only 5 I think I haven't shown you yet that I've got recently. And now my last thing I want to talk about today is Skyward Sword. Basically, if you guys haven't noticed, my last video I went to my local GameStop that I pre-ordered the game at, and I asked them if they're having a midnight release, for the Black Baron and all that. And unlike a few other, GameStops out there, mine actually is more than likely having one. But it is actually surprising. I agree with people like Pyro Tycoon and all those people out there. Game reviews, Black Bear and all that. It's just weird because it's the 25th anniversary of Legend of Zelda this year, and GameStop's gonna go over and have a midnight release for Batman or midnight release for like, you know, all these other games coming out like Battlefield and Call of Duty, but they're not going to have one for like a long time standing, you know, franchise such as Legend of Zelda that's been around for 25 years and has a lot of fans, and literally a lot of places are like have a ton of pre-orders. It just comes off as a little strange, in my opinion. And I hope more GameStops actually do have midnight releases, or other stores too. I'm sure Best Buy and all that stuff will probably have a midnight release. And on to this whole Rise Up. I'll be doing a few more Legend of Zelda videos. Skyward Sword 25th anniversary or so like that. I probably might do a video when I get the game next month. I might do a video like people. I think it was, who was saying it? Was it Game Reviews or someone? Someone said basically that we should do like a timeline video. Maybe I might do that. I'll do some videos, some other stuff on Legend of Zelda probably soon. So there's that. I mean, I may not be the biggest Legend of Zelda fan like ever, because I could clearly tell Pyro Tycoon and Dark Cloud 1983 and all that are way more than me. But I do have a love for the series. When I first got into it, like with Ocarina of Time, and I played here and there. I mean, haven't played all the games, and I've only beaten a few, but I do like the series, and I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword, and especially for this whole 25th anniversary thing, and also like getting the limited edition with the controller and the CD and whatnot. Especially since I missed out on Ocarina of Time CD, which I really actually wanted. But you know that. But yeah, I'll do some more videos eventually, even after Skyward Sword gets released. And the whole Game of the Year thing, people not putting on their list, you know, all those people are just haters, really. I mean, just because it's not on the PS3 or 360 or anything, it's like they automatically, since it's on the Wii, they nullify it out, even though it's like from a long-standing franchise known as that's Zelda, that's like never had a bad game besides those CDI games, which weren't made by Nintendo to begin with, so they don't count. And this game is getting hyped up like crazy, and like what Miyamoto's talking about, and Iwata and all that stuff, and all the other people at Nintendo, they basically all said that it's going to be like the biggest Zelda game in a while. I'm not saying necessarily that it's going to be Game of the Year. I would love for it to be Game of the Year, and I really truly think it should deserve to be Game of the Year, but it should be on these people's lists. These people want to make realistic lists, but yet they put all these other games and they totally forget about Legend of Zelda, which is kind of stupid, because if you're trying to be make a realistic list, you have to have Zelda on there, or you're going to sound like a fanboy, which is really what these guys are. They're haters and they're fanboys, not putting on their list because, oh, it doesn't have an M rating, or it doesn't have guns and blood and sex and all this other stuff in it, which is the reason why they're picking Call of Duty, or, you know, Batman, or, you know, like Skyrim and all that. I'm not saying those games are bad, but a lot of those games are going to be really good games too. But Zelda is going to be a great game as well, and these people need to realize that there's never really been a bad Zelda game. All the other franchises out there have always had a bad game here or two. Zelda's like never had one. Maybe it's had ones that have been less stellar than certain ones, and certain ones that are way popular than other ones, but it's never necessarily had a bad one. And I don't think people should be thinking different about when Skyward Sword comes out. Really though, I would put it on the Game of the Year list if I had to think of one. And that's basically all I'm going to say. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys later, and I have one on. So basically, don't take what I said at the beginning about it being a short video. Like I said, that always comes back to get me. Sometimes I say short videos and I go on for like 12, 13, 14 minutes. Sorry about that. But I had to talk about all three of these things. But like I said, that's basically my thoughts. Thanks you guys for making me get to over 300 subscribers. Continue to watch my videos into the rest of this year, into next year, starting my 6th year here on YouTube, as soon as it's like November 23rd or something. Or what, I forgot, it's like November something. I'll have to look on my channel. And look into my 6th year here. I'm going to be continuing videos. I'm going to be getting back into reviewing games. I'm going to be getting back to my game design video, finishing Elite Beat Agents 2 one day or another. WrestleMania 27 will be out sooner or later, and so on and so forth. That was the recent pickups. That's my thoughts on Skyward Sword. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.